do you need a certification or a license to be a bookkeeper? I'm going to talk about a couple options for certification. Hey guys, I'm Morgan from FinePoints, and my goal here is to help business owners get organized. Today I'm so excited because I'm doing a collab with Cici Crossley from Bookkeeper Bootcamp. You guys definitely need to check out her channel. She is so awesome. She's a resource for bookkeepers and she's just a wealth of knowledge. Both Cici and I have gotten the frequently asked question, do you need a certification or a license to be a bookkeeper? So we decided to talk about that together today in this video. So I'm going to talk about a couple options for certification, and then I'll point you to Cici's channel for a couple other options. So bookkeeping is not like a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant where it's regulated, where you have to have a certain degree or number of hours worked and that kind of thing. So because of that, it does get pretty confusing about what training you even need as a bookkeeper. So I managed to sort through all the muddle and kind of condense it for you guys in hopefully a clear fashion. Okay, so I'm gonna just summarize it. There's 4 different options for you. The first one is just on-the-job training. The second one is traditional college classes. The third one is national bookkeeping groups that you can get certified through. And the fourth one is a software certification. Then I'm going to break it down and talk about each one of those categories and what the options are. Alright, so starting with the basics, you know that you don't need a certification to be a bookkeeper. Really, the main thing you need is just to know how to do your job and to bring value to your clients. So if you're doing that, you don't need a special schooling, you don't need a certain letters after your name or anything like that. As long as you know what you're doing and you're doing the job correctly for your clients, you are good to go. So many people get that training, just maybe they worked for a business and they learned bookkeeping, or really you can learn so much from YouTube these days. There's tons and tons of resources that are totally free about QuickBooks or whatever software you choose to use. Alright, the second option is just to take classes through a college, a traditional college like you would go to for 4 years or for 2 years. Many colleges or universities have a bookkeeping specialization. So maybe you're getting a different degree and you want to do the specialization as part of your degree. That would be an option. Or you can always get a bachelor's in accounting. I'd say most colleges probably have that bachelor's in accounting as well. So that obviously is going to take a little bit longer. It would take the traditional length of time for either a 2-year or a 4-year degree, and then the cost obviously varies depending on your college. Alright, and then there are some national bookkeeping groups that are pretty well recognized and have good reputations. The 2 that I'm going to mention today are, first, the American Institute of Professional Bookkeepers, and second, the National Association of Public Bookkeepers. Kind of a mouthful. Alright, so I'm going to talk about the American one, and then if you want to hear more about the National Association, head over to Cici's channel after you watch this and she'll give you the details about that. So the American Institute of Professional Bookkeepers is also called the AIPB. According to the research I did, it is going to cost you $574 to get this certification, and that includes all of the classes, the workbook, and the exam fee. And there's a 4-part exam that you would study for and then take the exam. And they also require 2 years work experience to get their certification. And then after you are certified with them, you do have to do continuing education every year just to make sure that you're up on the latest bookkeeping laws and options. The American Institute is a little less rigorous and requires a little bit less training, and it's also less expensive than the National Institute. The last option for bookkeepers, if you would like to get a certification, is to get certified in your particular software that you're using. So I think that QuickBooks is the most common software that's used right now for bookkeepers. Another very common one is Xero, spelled with an X. So you can get certified in either one of those programs, and I'm sure there's other softwares also that you can get certified in. So I'm going to talk about the QuickBooks certification and then head to Cici's channel to hear more about the Xero certification. To be certified for QuickBooks Online, it is totally free to do that. You just have to have QuickBooks, so you do have to pay for the software. Then they provide study guides, and I saw that it could take anywhere from like 6 to possibly 12 hours to study for the exam. And then there's a test that is 55 questions that takes about 2 hours to complete. And after you complete this training, you can't call yourself a certified bookkeeper, but you are certified in QuickBooks. So you're a QuickBooks Pro Advisor. And one of the great things about this is all the resources that you have access to through QuickBooks then. For example, they have a way that clients can look up in the QuickBooks Pro Advisor directory and find you. So that would potentially be a way to get clients as well. So I would definitely recommend the QuickBooks certification as a first step, just because it is free, and then you can see if you like QuickBooks, see if you enjoy being a bookkeeper. Okay, so I hope that wasn't too confusing, but I tried to lay it out as clearly as I could. If you're just getting started thinking about being a bookkeeper, I'd recommend hopping on YouTube. Maybe get a copy of QuickBooks or do the free QuickBooks Online 30-day trial. And just go to, I'll link again some options down below for great resources that have tons of training on QuickBooks. So just teach yourself a little bit at the beginning, see how you feel, and if you like it. And then if you do like it, then I would pursue some of these other avenues. I also made a video on how I got started, and I talk a little bit about what I did for my own training, so I'll link that video down below as well. If you did come over from Cici's channel, let me know in the comments down below so I can give you a hello and a welcome. Please stick around and subscribe to my channel. I do videos that help small business owners get organized, and in particular organize their finances, because I am a bookkeeper. And if you have any questions about becoming a bookkeeper, I love to talk about that as well, so leave those down below. Giving me a thumbs up is the best compliment you can give me. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and thank you to Cici for collaborating with me on this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you're interested in starting a bookkeeping business and what questions you might have.